brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Always got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. Now, it's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and a yard. The Ravens at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Dobbins going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Pickett sets up play action. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for the runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Tucker's kick is good. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the integration.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, here's Presley holding on to punt. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the 1st quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. And a catch made by Hopkins.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They picked up a portion of it, but not what they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And it'll be touched out here, but... Jackson will throw again. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
In this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections, and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Pickett now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. Boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Pickett back to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point. And the rally's on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a...
Now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will bring the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 yards there, just like last play. So they'll come on 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He's been a tough man to bring down all night. They got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a pickup on 11 on a Baltimore first down. Another run here with Dobbins. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 28 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the... yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tyson Williams, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. As he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On third down, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a Perlay spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll indeed take a knee. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And they take a knee. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And they will take a knee here. So the